Like, what if the house doesn't appraise? What if what if the seller is not gonna negotiate? What will happen for my due diligence money? All this what if I will not be approved by loan? So, you have to be transparent with your buyer. Hi, my name is Analyn Sessoms with EXP Realty. I am a broker in charge of Sessoms Realty Group since 2024. That was last year. But I became a realtor on 2019, and I am so blessed that I've been an icon for 4 consecutive years now. So I am very, very grateful for all the blessings I am and all the clients that have trusted me along the years. And originally I came from Cananga Leyte, Philippines, and I moved here in Sanford, North Carolina 21 years ago. The common misconceptions for the buyer and the sellers? Well, I would say you need to be transparent with your clients, especially for the first-time home buyer. You have to guide them thoroughly what's going on with the market economy today, because the market right now is different from last year and the other year or in 6 months. So we have to focus in today. I have a buyer that asking for this, how much is the budget? And they said, for example, 300,000. So where is that 300,000 looking for 2-bedroom, 2-story house, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, and in a nice neighborhood? So you have to be transparent with your buyer that this particular price will suit in this area. And if you expected for like a farmhouse, well, like with 5 acres and in close to Raleigh area, so I don't think that is, the price is not there. So you need to be realistic with the buyer and be transparent. You can show to them that if you want this price, this is the comparable that I have. Be honest, be an honest realtor, because you're the expert. You're the expert, and then you know what you're doing. And you have to share that experience to your buyers. And you need to be honest with the seller as well. You have to do the comparable market analysis and be clear and specified on the particular house that you are gonna sell. And if your seller will say, you know what, my neighbor's house sold for XYZ amount of money, and mine, this can be priced the same as them because we're a neighbor, almost the same. So do not make any promises, but you have to tell them, I will check my comps. Let me check my CMA, comparable market analysis, first before anything. Then you have to check the age of the house, the size of the house, and the condition of the house. And then we'll go from there. So usually we have to do like 3 comparable, and you have to check that one. You have to, weigh it, and then show them exactly what's in your research. And that's how I handle my seller. 3 factors to help the selling of your house is the condition of the house, location, and the price. And then I have to analyze each one of those. If I have a seller, we have to sit down. I do the comparable market analysis. I have to research through the MLS. That's where I get all the data with the price, the square footage, year built, and the condition, and how long this property in the market. So I have to put those together, and then I will have to have at least 3 to 5 comparable market analysis in order for me to be very close for the price, because the market right now is very hard, I would say. It's up and down. If it varies with the interest rate, or if this particular location is closer to the hospital where potentially you can get a lot of buyer like nurses and very close to that. So I have to analyze each one of those situations. So I have some situation also that if our price is a little bit high and the kind of sudden drop of the market, so we have to readjust. I have to recheck again the market analysis if this price is attractive, desirable to the buyers. So we tend to readjust our pricing as well. And I have some seller also, like if we have the inspection report, I will go ahead and taking care of the issue of the house so that it's more desirable for my buyer. Because remember, it's a condition of the home, the location, and the price. The thing that we cannot adjust is the location. So remember, when you buy a property, it's about location, location, location. Because the price, you can adjust the price, and the condition of the house, you can make a repair, make it nice, make it more desirable, but the location, we cannot do anything about that. So, yes, we need to be realistic and transparent to our seller. With the new technology nowadays, oh my gosh, it's very, very different, I would say, compare maybe 10 years or 15 years ago. I wasn't a real estate agent by then. I became a realtor with the internet slowly pop up. And then like 3 years ago, or I think 2 years ago, there's an AI. And I was kind of lost because growing up in the Philippines, I grew up with no television, no telephone. So I'm kind of little behind, you know. So moving here in America is a big game changer, and become a realtor. And I have to study and adapt all the new technology. So the AI is kind of like, wow, what's this? But I really do. It helped a lot. It does help a lot. And again, I mentioned MLS, which is multiple listing site. So MLS is like a bank of all the realtors. When we go to check our prices, we have to go to multiple listing sites. We have to compare there. Can you imagine without that? Like all those realtors 20 years ago, it can be very hard to get all those detailed data. And nowadays, it's very competitive, but subjectively, you'll get the result nicely and more easily to the realtors. Before, when you buy a house 20 years ago or 30, 15 years ago, when you buy a house, the realtor will give you a magazine, and you have to pick which one you like. And then with all those, like the disclosures, the contract, and everything has to be printed. So you're going to have a bulk of paperwork to sign. So you better exercise your hand just to get in the contract. Nowadays, we have the DocuSign. Everything has to send through DocuSign. All you have to do, just grab your phone and click, 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 and here you sign. Well, before I let you sign, we can explain what's in the documents first. You have to go review first, and then we'll send you for signature. And then with my brokerage, EXP Realty is a cloud-based brokerage. So we are very cloud. We don't have a location office. So we are very high-tech, I would say. So our marketing, we have the templates is really ready with Kibicor, with Canva. So very updated. And I'm so glad that I am with EXP. So it helped me, it pushed me up, and it challenged me to adapt the new technology. Buying a home can be a very stressful process, and it can be very emotional as well. But one thing I highly recommend is you have to hire a trusted realtor. Do not go shopping by yourself, or you just do not go pop up in the builders model home by yourself, I would say take your realtor with you, and that realtor will guide you through it by the time showing a house and by the time you close the house. So I would say one of the factor that you are looking to hire a realtor is does this realtor answer my text or phone call? They really have to communicate with you because it's very emotional, especially for the first time home buyer. You will think a lot, sometimes can be negative. You want you need help to guide you through that. And as a realtor, I would suggest hire a realtor with integrity. And you would know, because this is not an easy process. It can be very hard. It can be very nice. So it all depends. You will know what's going on until you are in the middle of the road, especially when it comes to negotiation, when the report is back, when you find out something wrong with the house, all the repairs, a realtor that can help you solving problems and where this problem's gonna go or how to solve this issue. Whatever it is, you just need to be open and be honest and transparent to the buyer that we can do this together. So some people will ask me, how can you do this? It's very stressful, and sometimes I close from 3 to 6 houses in a month. Can be overwhelming, but at the end, at the closing day, I just love looking my clients with a smile, and I feel like, I just like that smile and the success. That's the dream, because this is the biggest investment of their life. I always pop the champagne because it's a celebration. We do this because the processing alone, like most likely is 30 days to maybe a year, depends on if you buy a new construction from the ground, that will be like 6 to 8 months, new construction. So, of course, that's going to be a champagne, celebration. You want to make that special that you turn over to them. This is it. I'm so proud of you. You did it. And for me as a realtor, that's already a gift that I received from them. I just love that smile.
Well, my name is Randy Smith, and I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. And my relatives are from Raleigh and so forth, so I know a lot of people up there. I sold my mom's house, and I was going to make Sanford my permanent home. And I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, whether I wanted to buy another house or make an investment, or whether I just wanted to rent. And at the time, I just wanted to rent. I was not real happy. I don't know. I don't guess I was that hot as far as buying a house and so forth. I was single, so I was okay renting. And but I did talk to Analyn. She was recommended to me, and they said, Randy, you need to talk to Analyn Sessoms. She might be able to give you an insight as far as buying real estate and the advantages of it versus, let's say, renting. And so that's what I did. I talked to Analyn. She talked about the different houses that are available. We talked about the price of the homes and so forth, what I probably could afford and so forth. And so that's what we did. Now, I was a tough customer, though. I was not sold on it, and I kind of backed out 2 or 3 times, and she she didn't get frustrated and say, man, I'm tired of this guy. She kept working with me and everything and encouraged me to try to, buy a home and so forth. And that's and it's been over a period of years and everything, I guess. But anyway, I did buy a home and so forth. I did buy a home, and I'm very glad I did. And I would encourage anyone, if you don't think you can buy a home, you can. If you can pay rent and so forth, then I'm sure that you'll be able to buy a home. But you got to talk to a good realtor, and that's the key. Analyn is the key. She doesn't sell real estate. She doesn't sell houses. She helps people buy homes, and there's a big difference, folks. She helps show a person or people how they can afford a house. And the quality of my life since I bought that house from Analyn has improved so much. I never thought I would be in the position I am today, but I am, and it's because of Analyn Sessoms. And she's very professional, and she stays with it, and I think she's just wonderful. One thing I am impressed about the way she approaches real estate. Now, she does get people, and she takes people out to look at various real estate places or houses or what have you. But one thing I did notice, when it comes to media, she's very savvy as far as using the media and everything to be able to show what's out there. She'll put like on Facebook, for instance, she'll make videos and everything of various houses that are available and what have you, and people can actually see that. And I think that's good. And then they can contact her and then go out and actually look at the house themselves. But she's very good at technology and so forth. And, like I said, now, and she makes I guess Analyn, for me, she made it comfortable. I felt comfortable dealing with Analyn Sessoms. She wasn't pushy. She didn't try to just talk with me just to get a fast sale. She was not like that at all. But I think she was generally concerned about me. And that's what made the difference. And that's why I wanted to go with Analyn Sessoms and not someone else. There's a lot of real estate agents out there, and there's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good real estate agents. But the person I wanted to deal with was Analyn Sessoms. And I think that's probably the big difference for me. I felt comfortable dealing with her. She has been successful, but she has had to work at it. She's a very hard worker. And like I said, that's why I think she's enjoyed the success today that she has. And it's not easy. There's a lot of ups and downs and everything, but she sticks with it, just like she stuck with me. Was I an easy client? Not at all. I was a difficult client, but she didn't give up on me. And also, one other thing I like is that she's got good people working with her also. And they're part of that process. They're part of making it easy for people, or they just help people along too. And I appreciate them. I appreciate them also.
Hi, my name is Maria Puff. I met Analyn Sessoms at a party, and I found out that she was a realtor, and my husband and we were talking about selling our house. So I talked to her, and she told me that she would come by our house and sit with us if we were interested on selling our house. So we did. When she came over to the house, she walked around the house, what we needed and how much, and all the things that we need for us to sell the house. So we sat with her, and she had told us the price. She gave us comparable around the area, and we talked. My husband and I talked, and we said, okay, let's use Analyn. She gave us some good quote on the house, on what we needed to sell the house, and so we did. We put the house, and Analyn had given us advice on how we could sell the house faster. So we empty some of our or declutter our house is what we did. Declutter. We empty the things that we don't need and make a room, make space for the house. That's how we sell the house fast as we could. So using a realtor like Analyn Sessoms with us, it was really good because all the information that we need, she had given to us, advice on what we need. And if somebody would ask me if I recommend Analyn Sessoms, I would say yes. I would recommend her. It's just because all the things that, if you're a buyer or a seller, which is we were a buyer also, After we sold the house, we bought a house and we used her, and we're happy with our house. All the things that we need, we got it. And if you have a realtor that you can just trust, and somebody would give you an advice, a good advice about buying and selling your house, I would seriously recommend Analyn Sessoms.